Ever wondered what drives a narcissist nuts? Today we'll delve into the intriguing world of narcissism, exploring its intricate characteristics and the peculiarities that define it. Our journey will unfold the key triggers that irk a narcissist and offer you insights on how to navigate these often challenging situations. From withdrawing admiration to setting firm boundaries, ignoring them to staying calm amidst their attempts to rile you, we will explore it all. So let's dive into the list of things that drive a narcissist nuts. First on the list is not giving the admiration they demand. Narcissists thrive on adulation, on the constant inflow of admiration that feeds their inflated self-image. It's akin to oxygen for them, vital for their survival. But what happens when you cut off that supply? It throws them off balance. They find themselves gasping for that validation, that reaffirmation of their supremacy. Denying them this can cause significant distress, and while it's not pleasant to cause discomfort, remember that it's crucial in breaking free from their manipulative hold. This isn't about being cruel, it's about reclaiming your power and not feeding into their ego. It's about ensuring your self-worth is not compromised to uphold their grandiose self-perception. Understand this, their need for your admiration is a sign of their dependency, not your inadequacy. Remember, your admiration is not their entitlement. Next up, we have ignoring them. The art of ignoring is a potent tool when dealing with a narcissist. These individuals thrive on attention. It's their lifeblood. They need to feel important, they need to feel admired, and they need to be at the center of your world. But what happens when you disrupt that? What happens when you strip them of the attention they so crave? They're left grappling, trying to regain their lost sense of self-importance. Ignoring their constant need for validation, their incessant demand to be the center of your universe, can drive them to the brink. It's like cutting off their oxygen supply, leaving them gasping for breath. But remember, their need for attention is not your responsibility. You are not obliged to feed their ego or validate their self-worth. Your role is not to serve as their narcissistic supply. Their need for attention is not your responsibility. Setting boundaries and disagreeing with them also makes the list. You might wonder why, but it's quite simple, really. Narcissists have an insatiable appetite for control and dominance. They want to be the puppeteers of the world around them, pulling the strings to suit their whims and fancies. When you establish boundaries, you are essentially setting limits to their control, and they detest this with a passion. Think of boundaries as your personal fortress, a safeguard against their incessant demands and manipulations. A narcissist views these boundaries as a direct challenge, as a refusal to dance to their tune. They might react with anger, guilt-tripping, or even playing the victim card. But remember, it's all a part of their game to regain control. Now let's talk about disagreements. Narcissists, with their inflated sense of self, believe they are always right. They perceive themselves as the ultimate authority, and any disagreement is seen as an affront to their superiority, a dissenting voice in the choir of their praises, if you will. Imagine you're in a conversation with a narcissist and you express a differing viewpoint. This can be as simple as a contrasting opinion about a movie, or as complex as a differing political ideology. The narcissist is likely to react with disdain, sarcasm, or even outright hostility. They might attempt to belittle your opinion or question your intelligence. They do this because they cannot tolerate the idea that they might be wrong or that you might be right. Standing your ground in such situations might feel like walking on eggshells, but it's crucial. It shows the narcissist that you are not easily swayed, that your thoughts and opinions are not up for manipulation. It asserts your individuality and your right to have a voice. It drives them nuts, and that's a good thing. Remember, you are not an extension of the narcissist. You are your own person, with your own thoughts, feelings, and boundaries. Don't let the narcissist's tantrums deter you from maintaining your boundaries or expressing your disagreements. Your boundaries are valid and your opinions matter. Staying calm when they try to rile you is another point to remember. Narcissists have a knack for pushing buttons, hoping to elicit an emotional response. They feed off your reactions, using them as a source of power and validation. But here's the secret. You hold the power. By maintaining your composure, you're robbing them of the fuel they need. You're taking control of your emotions, your reactions, and ultimately your peace of mind. It's not about being passive or submissive. Rather, it's about being in charge of your own emotional state. This approach may seem challenging at first, but with practice, it becomes easier and highly effective. Remember, a narcissist thrives in chaos. They crave the drama. But you are the embodiment of tranquility, the epitome of calm. Your peace, your calm, your composure, it's kryptonite to their chaos. After all, your peace is more important than their chaos. Calling them out on their tactics and naming these tactics can also drive them nuts. This is a crucial step in dealing with a narcissist. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, often employing tactics such as gaslighting, projecting their own flaws onto others, and using guilt trips to maintain control. Recognizing these tactics is the first line of defense. Let's break it down a bit. Gaslighting, for instance, is a psychological manipulation tactic where the narcissist makes you question your own sanity. They twist and turn the truth, making you doubt your own memory, perception, or judgment. If you find yourself in this situation, it's essential to trust your instincts and call them out on it. Projection is another common tactic. The narcissist will accuse you of the very things they are guilty of. It's like they're standing in front of a mirror, but instead of seeing their own reflection, they see you. When faced with projection, remember their accusations say more about them than you. Stand your ground and don't let their false narratives define you. Guilt trips, yet another trick in the narcissist's playbook, are used to manipulate and control you. They play the victim, make you feel guilty for things you shouldn't, and use your empathy against you. If you feel you're being subjected to this, it's important to understand that you are not responsible for their happiness or their choices. Now, while calling them out, you should be prepared for what's often referred to as narcissistic rage. This is an intense, often irrational reaction to threats to their self-esteem or self-worth. It can be explosive or passive-aggressive, but it's always destructive. If you find yourself facing narcissistic rage, your safety should be your priority. Don't hesitate to seek professional help if you feel the situation is escalating beyond your control. Your awareness is the first step towards change. By understanding their tactics, you can protect yourself from their manipulation, stand up for your own truth, and start to reclaim your power. Remember, you have the strength and the right to live a life free from manipulation and control. Finally, rejecting their advice can also drive a narcissist nuts. At the heart of a narcissist's worldview is a deep-seated belief that they are superior, that they know best. They see themselves as the guiding star, the sage who has the answers to all questions. So imagine the shockwave that courses through them when you reject their advice. It's not about being contrary for the sake of it. It's about recognizing that their advice is often self-serving, designed to steer you into a position that benefits them, not you. It's about understanding that you have the right to make your own decisions, to choose your own path. When you reject their advice, you disrupt their illusion of superiority. You challenge their perceived authority. You remind them that you are your own person, with your own thoughts, your own desires, your own wisdom. Your choices are yours alone to make. So there you have it. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of narcissism, unpacking the strategies that can help one maintain their sanity in the face of a narcissist's tactics. We began with the withdrawal of admiration, a powerful tool that can disrupt the narcissist's need for constant validation. We then moved on to the art of ignoring, a subtle but effective method of disempowering their manipulative tactics. We delved into the importance of setting boundaries and disagreeing with narcissists without succumbing to their emotional manipulations. We highlighted the power of calm and composure, which can often throw a narcissist off balance, diminishing their influence. We also discussed the value of calling out their tactics, of naming the game they play to strip it of its power. And finally, we explored the empowering act of rejecting their unsolicited advice, a bold statement of personal autonomy and self-respect. However, it's crucial to remember that dealing with narcissists can be a taxing endeavor. Prioritizing self-care and seeking professional help when needed isn't just advisable, It's absolutely essential. Navigating the rough waters of narcissistic relationships can be challenging, but with these tools in your arsenal, you're better equipped to protect your emotional well-being and assert your personal boundaries. Remember, you have the power to deal with narcissists effectively. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more insightful content.